Hey, good morning, folks. This morning we are in Antalya, Turkey. It's a place I have been in real life, and I just downloaded the SimSmart flight data calculator, and I'm really excited to try it out. So that's today's purpose of today's flight. And we're flying to a place that I've never been to before. It's somewhere out in the Mediterranean, but I forget exactly where it is. So we'll figure it out together. Anyway, here we are at the gate at the Antalya airport, and let's push ready to fly. Here's our British Airways aircraft. This is default scenery. It's not my fault, it's default. That's what they say, right? British Airways, we're Speedbird today. Looks like we've got a good number of Turkish Airways aircraft around us, which makes sense because we are in Turkey after all. Let's see if we can get Pushback Express fired up. And how about a jet bridge? I wonder where the my FS2 crew. Wonder where my FS2 crew A32NX is. Great, that seems to be set up. See if we can get some baggage loaded aboard. How about electrical cart? Let's hop aboard. Cold and dark. Let's see if our first officer, Christy, is on board. She is, looking very serious as usual. Before we get things started, let's do a rainbow check. Let's get ourselves behind the flight deck here. Check and see if all these circuit breakers are pushed in. None have been popped. We'll check the fire extinguisher. Not sure exactly what that is. Looks like it might be a microphone of some type. Maybe a first aid kit is back here. Maybe there's some crash axe. There certainly should be an oxygen mask for the jump seat passenger. There's the fire extinguisher. We can see that it's in the green. Basically, we're starting our eyes down on the floor in one corner. We're moving our eyes in the shape of a rainbow, up, over the top, and down. Checking all these things in the rainbow check. Circuit breakers are in, safety equipment is available, performance, logbooks, mill list, minimum equipment list. That all looks pretty good. Now let's see if we can get ourselves back in our seat up here. Christy, how about we start things out? And I know you want to do your walk around, so I'm going to start this out. And the first thing you're going to do is, without my help, you're going to turn on the available external power, turn on the battery switches, you're going to do a fire test on the APU, and you're going to turn on the nav lights. So let's see if you do that when I start things out.
Let's start setting up.
Okay.
Okay, are you going to hit the nav lights? I guess she's not going to hit the nav lights. She's going to make me do it.
I'm out for the walk around.
Okay, I got the nav light. Let's crank up the overhead integrity light. We will arm the emergency exit lights so anyone in the cabin can find their way out of the aircraft. Let's turn on the no smoking sign. Let's turn on seatbelt sign. I'll also hit the wing lights while I'm here. We will go to ground control. And let's do a test on the cockpit voice recorder. Really faint, hard to hear. That test is good. We'll turn off ground control. Ground proximity warning system. We'll do a command evac test. It's set to captain right now. That is okay. We'll get the ADIRs fired up. System number 1 to nav, system number 2 to nav, and system number 3 to nav. We will hold off on doing an engine fire test until the APU is started. We will hold off on turning on the fuel pumps. Voltages on the batteries look good. Faults on the generators because the engine's not running. Air conditioning is set to automatic. Won't matter until the APU is turned on. We're going to hold off on the APU, hold off on the probe heat and the window heat. It should be set to auto when we fire things up. And ice, no need for it today. Cabin pressure is automatic. Let's do a test for smoke in the cargo area. That test is good. Okay, down to our fly pad. Let's get our flight information. LTAI, which is our location in Turkey. LGRP is our destination. Boy, I wish I could give you a better idea of, let's see here, let's go here. LTAI, LTAI, let's see if this works. Antalya International. We are somewhere in this area. I'll tell you, before I played around with this, I better get the fuel started, because I know, I mean, I enjoy having fun with this, but I know if I don't get the fuel started, then we're going to have issues with the crew wanting to get the passengers aboard. So let's not Mickey Mouse around and get the fuel on board. Fuel should be 58.9. Oh no, block fuel is 6018. Block fuel is 6018. So let's set this for 6018. And defuel. We're going to defuel to 6018. Tip tanks are full, center tank is empty, and we are defueling from the left and from the right. You can see the numbers slowly changing. Okay, now that we've got that taken care of, now I can be a little more calculating in what this all says. LTAI to LGRP. Let's get to Navigraph here. Here we are at Antalya, Turkey. And we're flying to Rhodos Diagoras. Rhodos Diagoras. Okay. Tentatively, we have runway 18 left. Of course, that's subject to change. On the Lork 1S departure, Lorco is our first waypoint. There's an airway, there's a waypoint, there's an airway, there's a waypoint, there's an airway. There's a waypoint. The South 1H arrival to runway 24. So that's our tentative route. That's all well and good. Let's go back here and look at our taxi.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Okay.
Here we are at the terminal. Can't really tell what gate we're there. Yeah, I really can't tell what gate we're at there. I don't think any of these other ones are going to give me that, so that's about as close as we're going to get. But there's the basic layout of the airport. And of course, that'll help us with taxiing when we reach that point. Departure. And we were, what was the departure we were going to use? I had forgotten. Lork 1S. Lork 1S from runway 18 right. There's Lork 1E. Oh, I know why. Because we're looking at the Antalya airport here. Okay, Lork 1S is our departure. So we're taking off from runway 18 right to the south, heading up 167. Waypoints needs a right turn. And here in Europe, you know, of course, I like flying in North America where the waypoints are actually words. But we'll do a 1079 right turn. Below 9,000 feet,
Hi, security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes, you can start boarding.
Thanks.
And we should be done with the fueling process. Completed. Okay, fueling is complete. And then Alpay and then Lorco. So this is our departure. And runway 18 right is over here. So we're going to get a straight pushback, left turn, taxiway Golf, to Bravo 1, cross runway 18 center, and be ready for departure from 18 right. So that is our departure briefing and our taxi briefing. Let's go to our operational flight plan and we will look at our ramp weight. Ramp weight is 64,982. So let's get to our weight and balance. And we want that number to be as close to 64,982 as possible. So let's take some of this payload. 64, 182, 60. There's 64,037. That's pretty darn close, so that will be fine. And what about the center of gravity? How do I see the center of gravity? I'm not sure how I see the center of gravity, but I'm going to hope the center of gravity is within limits. So, we have our fuel on board. We have our weight on board. Let's go to our flight management computer and get this airplane set up. We are in an Airbus A320-200 aircraft with LEAP 1A engines. Our AIRAC cycle is expired, but we will use it. I can hear the passengers starting to board in the background. Let's go to our ATSU menu, our company menu. Initialization page. We'll get the data over the data link for our flight. That all looks good. Fuel on board should be 6020. Yeah, that's correct. 39 minutes en route. Page 2 can be filled out when we land, who the landing pilot was, did we use auto land, what our flight time was, time in, time out. We can fill that out when we get back. Weather request. We can get a METAR for our airports. They are LTAI and LGRP. And our alternate is LTAI. So just coming back here if we have a problem. So our departure is LTAI and the alternate is LTAI. 39-minute flight. Let's send that request. We'll also get a TAF, Terminal Aerodrome Forecast. Send that request. Go back. I'm not going to get the ATIS here. I'll get the ATIS over the radio. Kick up these integrity lights while I'm here. Weight and balance. We don't need to load the aircraft because we've done that through the electronic flight bag. We can go to the next page. Send the request for a breakdown of our passengers, and we will start the boarding here on the FMC. 0 fuel weight, 0 fuel center of gravity. There's our payload number. That should all be good. Received a TAF, Terminal Aerodrome Forecast. I'm more concerned about the future, and I want looking for a trend. So here's our arrival airport. date block, time block. Wind 290 at 12 knots, 8,000 feet. Few clouds. 1,400 scattered, 2,000 temporary from that time block. 290 at 12, gust to 22. Becoming date block, time block. 29016, gust to 26. So we're going from, the wind is always from the west, west-northwest, going from 12 knots to 16 knots, 22 knot gusts to 26 knot gusts. So the wind is getting progressively stronger. Print that out. Oh, gotta figure out where it went. Come on, don't do this to me. There it is. Ah. Okay, print that out. That is, here's the TAF. Current weather. Clear skies, visibility okay, temperature 24, dew point 8, that's a good big spread. Wind 190 at 9, so that's a wind from the south, and that will line up with our 18 right departure, which will be fine. 18 right, 18 left. Okay, so that should all be fine. Let's print that. Ah. Where is that? I keep losing where that printer is. There it is. Okay, so we have the TAF and we have the METAR. Let's turn up some more of these lights here. Do not like a dark flight deck. Let's go to the flight management computer. Flight plan. It's not in here. Initialization. Initialization request. There we are.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Cruising at 280. Tropopause is 43.3, so that's so high we don't need to calculate it or verify it. IRS being taken from the GPS, that's fine. Wind, we can put in some wind. Top of climb winds 301 at 3. ISA deviation is positive 5. Flight level 280. And that should be fine. Zero fuel weight, zero fuel center of gravity. Block fuel is 6.0. Extra time, 2.8 hours, which is wonderful. Now to our flight plan. LTAI. Departure 18 right. Lork 1S to Lorco. I don't see Lork 1S to Lorco. Well, let's put in none. Let's see what air traffic control has to say about that. LTAI to Lorco. To UW79, that's an airway. To DAL. To UN 136. To SOTIV, SOTIV. And then a arrival to LGRP. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, there's the routing. And the departure is supposed to be the Lork 1S from runway 18 right. It is the Lork 1S. Now it's not here either. Interesting. Okay, well, we're just not going to have a departure then.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today. As you locate your assigned seats, please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact a flight attendant. If you are unable to accommodate any item in the cabin, please bring it to the boarding door and we will check it for you.
SOT-1H,
also review the
runway
safety
24.
instruction card in your seat pocket. If you are seated at an exit seat, also review the exit seating criteria.
There's the SOT-1H. And we're coming off of SOTIV, so that's correct. We'll load that in. So we've got a good, nice arrival procedure, but we don't have a departure procedure. But that's okay. Change our cruise altitude to flight level 280. And that should all be fine. Let's validate that flight plan and file that flight plan. Oh, gotta connect first.
Antalya International Information Foxtrot, 1050 Zulu winds.
Validate and file. Okay, had to reduce my cruise altitude because it's such a short flight. 280 was too high of a cruise altitude. So we'll go with 180 for now, and you can see where our top of descent is the green arrow. And that should be fine. And it assigned a departure. Since we didn't put in a departure, it went ahead and assigned a departure. The Alpay 1Y is the departure that we were assigned, which is fine. Performance, I don't know what the transition altitude here in Turkey is. We'll leave it at 10,000 feet. Now is a chance to use our brand new, what I've been looking forward to.
Good morning, KLM 934, requesting clearance Amsterdam, information Lima. KLM 934, good morning. You're clear to Amsterdam on a Liffey 5 Alpha, squawk 6335, airborne frequency 132.575. Cleared Amsterdam Liffey 5 Alpha departure, squawk 6335, frequency 132.575,
Yes. Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
QNH now 1030, copy the parking. QNH 1030, KLM 934.
Oh, wonderful. So let's get this filled in. LTAI is our departure aircraft. Runway 18 right. Get METAR. It has the METAR. Look at that. Outside air temperature, QNH. There's the wind, 200 at 11. That's pretty close to what we said it would be. Runway dry and ice off. Takeoff weight is... Let's go up and get our weight. $64,037. $64,037. Uh-oh, is this in, I think it might not be in metric units here. Options. Oh, kilograms. It is in kilograms. Takeoff rate, 64,037. T, is that supposed to be in tons, perhaps?
Fever 38 Delta Bravo, contact 121.8, bye-bye. 108,
64,037. Pounds. takeoff weight tons. Okay, well I don't. Okay, well let's. Okay. 60. Let's do this. 64037. kg 2 tons. Oh, well that makes it easy. Look at this. 64037 kilograms is 64.037 metric tons. I guess that's why we use the metric system, right? Makes it easy like that. 64 is what I should have put in that field. Okay. Thank you, Google. Let's start this all again. So we got 64 is the tons. Okay. Departure is LTAI. '18 right is our departure runway. Get METAR. There's our METAR information. 64 tons. Takeoff center of gravity. Standard. Climb thrust. Config 1. Air conditioning off. Calculate. Okay, here are our V speeds. Now, they might be slightly different than what the airplane is calculated. That's fine, but we use a flex temp of 67 degrees. And what I also need is a flap setting, or a trim setting. And I'm not sure. Engine out procedure coming soon. There's the slope of the runway, the length of the runway. Okay. So all reverses operating. The only thing we're missing here is the trim setting. Okay, so 67 is our flex temp, and that was the first use of the takeoff calculator. So 1/0.0 down on the trim setting. Flex temp 67 degrees. And again, these might not perfectly match what the calculator had, but they're probably going to be close. Did I closed that? I didn't minimize. I closed that calculator so we can't check. But if I remember, those numbers are pretty darn close. So that is all well and good. Manage climb, no surprises. No surprises in the cruise, no surprises in the descent. We'll hold off on this until we're getting ready to land. So we are finished up.
Delivery, good morning, Jersey 6 Mike Echo Dash 8 Delta Sun 205 Romeo. Information Mike QNH1030, request clearance to Cardiff.
Jersey 6 Mike Echo, good morning, clear to Cardiff, Peta 5 Alpha, squawk 4454, airborne frequency 135.650.
Good to Cardiff, Visit 5 Alpha, squawk 4454, airborne frequency 135.650, Jersey 6 Mike Echo.
Jersey 6 Mike Echo, leave express.
SOT 1H is our arrival. And That looks good. How about a checklist? Christy, are you ready for a checklist? Well, I'll tell you what, before we go to a checklist, let's get a clearance. And before we get a clearance, let's check the ATIS.
Antalya International Information Foxtrot, 1120 Zulu winds are 196 at 11 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 25, 2.6. Current altimeter is 2970. Arriving and departing runway 18 right, 18 center, 18 left. Antalya International Information Foxtrot, 1120.
Well, unfortunately, air traffic control is still set for North America, so we need to change that to metric. And we'll try that again.
Antalya International Information Foxtrot, 1120 Zulu winds are 196 at 11 knots. Visibility 6 miles. Sky condition VFR. Temperature 25, 2.6. Current QNH is 1006. Arriving and departing runway 18 right, 18 center, 18 left. Antalya International Information
Antalya clearance delivery. Speedbird 4-3, ready to copy.
Speedbird 4-3, your flight plan seems to be out of date. Please file a new one and call back for clearance.
Flight plan is out of date. Oh, my goodness. Well, we don't want an out-of-date flight plan. How about now? Antalya clearance delivery. Speedbird 4-3, ready to copy.
Speedbird 4-3 is cleared to Lima Golf Romeo Papa, fly the Alpha 1Y departure, with the Alpay transition, then is filed. Expect departure runway 18 right. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Squawk 6521.
Speedbird 4-3 is cleared to Lima Golf Romeo Papa, fly the Alpha 1Y departure, with the Alpay transition, then is filed. Climb to 4,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Squawk 6521.
Speedbird 4-3, read back correct. QNH is 1006, contact ground on 119.85 when ready for pushback. Good day.
QNH is 1006, ground on 119.85, Speedbird 4-3.
Let's get the TCAS, Traffic Collision Avoidance System, into TA mode. Move the transponder into auto mode. We'll clear out the old code and we will enter in our new code, which is 6521. Great. Engine switches are off, throttle levers are idle. Progressive wind shear system is off, flaps are retracted, speed brake is retracted, landing gear handle is down. Are we ready to run a checklist, Christy? Let's do a well, let's not do a before start checklist. Let's get the APU fired up. Well, no, before start is fine. We'll do a before start checklist.
Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
Are you sure about that? Adheres.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
6000 kilograms. Set.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Barrel ref.
1006 set.
1006 set. Down to the line.
Okay, now let's get the crew oxygen supply turned on. Let's turn on all the fuel pumps. Let's do a fire check on engine number 1. Let's do a fire check on engine number 2. Let's get the APU fired up. APU power on, APU bleed on, and start switch, and we'll get the beacon turned on. The APU is coming to life. Meanwhile, let's talk to the ground folks.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
Confirm all ground checks complete. We're cleared to pressurize the hydraulics.
Outside check is completed. All doors and panels are closed. No issues found. You can pressurize the hydraulics anytime now.
Great. Let's get the constraints turned on. So we're all set upstairs. We have APU available. Let's ask for a pushback. Antalya ground. Speedbird 4 tree. Request pushback and engine start.
Speedbird 4-3 pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved. Speedbird 4-3.
Okay, looks like doors have all been closed. Jet bridge is retracted. Baggage is complete. Let's disconnect ground power. Let's get the tug connected.
Cockpit to ground.
Oops.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We will be ready shortly.
Understood.
Don't know why that.
1351.
Don't know why that jet bridge detached.
Cross to 7 at November 2. At November 2, cross to 7, Kilo 1351.
Let's do the before start checklist below the line.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Doors are all closed.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
Beacon is on.
On.
Thrust levers.
Thrust levers are idle.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Parking brake is on.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
We have been cleared for the push. Let's push.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Understood. Release the parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back. All ground equipment is clear. You can start the engines at your discretion.
Starting engine 2.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for important safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this aircraft.
The push is complete. Please set the brakes.
Compliance with this information as well as all
Parking brake set.
Understood. Okay, the turbo is disconnected and the pin is out and equipment is clear.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks, have a good flight, and we'll see you later.
Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift
Starting
the metal
engine
flap
1.
on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate the exit nearest you. The nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, lights will illuminate the aisle. The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask, place the elastic band around your head, and tighten by pulling on the ends. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or lavatories. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons are located above your seat. Thank you for your attention.
And engines are stabilizing. Let's cut the APU and the APU bleed. Taxi lights are on. After start checklist.
After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
26% set.
Rudder trim.
Zero.
After start checklist complete.
Flight control check.
Flight control check.
Ready. Full down. Full up. Neutral. Full right. Full left. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full right. Full left. Neutral.
Your turn.
Roger, you have to continue to the beginning. You can continue taxi now.
Okay, taxi, take off.
Swiss 76 Juliet, cross 27 at November 2.
Cross 27 November 2, 276,
Okay. Okay. Spoilers are armed. Flaps are set to 1.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Auto brakes are max. These are all things that she did. It's clear left side.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Oh. It's not what I wanted.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Okay, let's taxi. And I wonder what's going on with the flaps that they keep retracting. Flaps are set to 1. Leave them set to 1. Now that we're pulled away from the gate, let's turn on the progressive wind shear system. She did that. And we'll set the TCAS system into the TARA mode. And we will request taxi. Antalya ground, Speedbird 43, request taxi, runway 18 right.
Speedbird 43 taxi to runway 18 right via taxiways Golf, Bravo 1, Bravo 2, hold short runway 18 left, and runway 18 right.
Taxi to runway 18
Pressure
right
0.
via taxiways Golf, Bravo 1, Bravo 2, hold short runway 18 left, and runway 18 right Speedbird 43.
Let's test the configuration. That's fine.
Flight attendants, please
Brake
prepare
check.
for takeoff.
Alitalia 75 Charlie, contact 119.230.
119.230, go faster.
119.230.
119.230.
Pretty thin and wimpy for a taxiway. I wonder if it is a taxiway. Looks like a sidewalk.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flap setting. Approach path clear of traffic.
Come on, flaps. Stop doing that to me. The flaps keep moving.
Are you sure about that?
V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
V1, 140, VR, 141, V2, 145, flex temp, 6-7 degrees.
V1, 140, VR, 141, V2, 145, flex temp, 6-7 degrees. ATC.
Set.
ECAM memo.
Why did the flaps keep retracting?
Takeoff, no blue.
Down to the line.
Flaps retracted again.
Request takeoff clearance.
Tower. Speedbird, ready for departure. Cleared for departure. Speedbird.
And these cars are having a meeting right on the taxiway.
Below the line.
Take off runway.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Ignition.
Packs.
Packs are off.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Why are there so many vehicles on this taxiway?
Orange 72 Bravo, started for pushback approved. Started for pushback approved, Orange 72 Bravo.
Speedbird 43 clear to cross runway 18 left.
Clear to cross runway 18 left, Speedbird 43.
Speedbird 43 contact tower on 119.8. Enjoy your morning.
Tower on 119.8, Speedbird 43.
Landing lights on. Nose wheel set for takeoff. Wing lights on. Strobe lights on. Antalya Tower, Speedbird 43, ready for departure, runway 18 right.
Speedbird 43 winds are 196 at 11 knots, cleared for takeoff, runway 18 right.
Cleared for takeoff, Runway 18 right, Speedbird 43.
Speedbird 43 climb and maintain 9,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 9,000 feet, Speedbird 43.
Take off.
Check.
Man flex 6, 7. SRS, auto thrust blue.
Check. Thrust set. .100 knots.
Checked.
We're in flex.
V1. Rotate.
Gear up.
Positive climb.
Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1. Gear up.
Flap 0.
Speed check. Flaps 0.
Climb lever to climb. Really touchy climb lever here. Yeah, really not happy with this climb lever. Okay, we'll go to autopilot 1.
Speedbird 43 contact anchor center on 127.85. Good day.
Center on 127.85, Speedbird 43.
Okay, autopilot
Center
1.
Speedbird 43 at 1,700 feet, climbing to 9,000 feet.
Heading mode.
Speedbird 43, good morning. Radar contact.
Managed altitude. Still having problems with our throttle setting.
Speedbird 43, climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
Packs are on.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet, Speedbird 43.
After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
Packs are on.
Down to the line.
Clear rad map.
Okay.
Speedbird 4 Delta Papa, continue present heading and climb level 360. Steady present heading, climb flight level 360, Speedbird 4 Delta Papa.
Speedbird 43, climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180, Speedbird 43.
Coming upon transition altitude. Okay, there's transition altitude. Let's go to standard. pressure. Oops.
Set standard.
Standard cross-check. Passing flight level 110.
Landing lights off.
Now.
Checked. Below the line.
Barrel rest.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
Let's see if we can't get an ATIS for our arrival runway. LGRP is our destination.
Diagram Aura's information Gulf. 1150 Zulu winds are 235 at 18 knots. Visibility 4 miles. 1,800 few clouds. Temperature 20, dew point 14. Current QNH is 1010. Arriving and departing runway 24. Diagram Aura's information Gulf. 1150 Zulu winds are 235 at 18 knots. Visibility
You have
4
control.
miles.
I have control.
1,800 few clouds. Temperature 20, dew point 14. Current QNH is 1010. Arriving and departing runway 24. Diagram Aura's information Gulf. 1150 Zulu winds are 235 at 18 knots. Visibility 4 miles. 1,800 few clouds. Temperature 20, dew point 14. Current QNH is 1010. Arriving and departing runway 24. Diagram Aura's information Gulf. 1150 Zulu winds are 235
Ladies
at
and
18
gentlemen,
knots.
we'll be arriving at our
Visibility
destination
4
shortly.
miles.
If you are making a connection to
1,800
another
few
flight,
clouds.
please see the customer
Temperature
service
20,
agent
dew
meeting
point
this flight
14.
or video monitors
Current QNH is
terminal for
1010.
connecting gate
Arriving
information.
and departing runway
For your
24.
continued safety, flight attendants will now walk
Diagram
through the
Aura's
cabin to
information
secure it
Gulf.
for landing.
1150
We'll be
Zulu winds
collecting
are
all service
235 at
items,
18 knots.
newspapers, and any other
Visibility
items you
4
wish to
miles.
discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with you.
Center Speedbird
Also
43
in
climbing to
preparation for
flight level
landing, please turn off
180.
all electronic devices.
Speedbird
Stow these
43 radar
devices
contact.
and all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Speed, speed.
Really having problems with these with the Okay, that ought to be climb right there. And it's not accepting that as a detent. Okay, somehow I found the sweet spot. I found the sweet spot. So we should be in climb now. So let's go back over here. Okay, so that should be climb. Set it from the throttle. Boy, I hope that just stops that from being an issue. I really don't like fighting with the throttle. Okay, I don't have a... We're in auto throttle, and I don't have an error message. I don't have... this might be asymmetric thrust right here. No, it's auto thrust. Autopilot 1, 1 and 2 flight director, auto thrust. So that's good. That's the way it should be. Get a little bit of turbulence.
Passengers and cabin crew, please be seated and fasten your seatbelts.
Yeah, a little bit of bumpiness here. I guess it's to be expected over this terrain, since we're at a relatively low altitude. And we are getting close to our top of descent.
Speedbird 43, expect the IL approach to runway 24 at Diagoras.
Expect the ILS approach to runway 24 Speedbird 43.
Okay, we got the runway we wanted, runway 24. Here's top of descent, so we're getting close. We'll talk to the folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, this is the captain speaking. We're going to begin our initial descent here momentarily. At this time, I'm going to turn the seatbelt sign back on, so please return your seats and keep your seatbelts securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a stop at the gate and the seatbelt sign has been turned off. It's been our pleasure having you on board for today's flight, and we hope to see you back on a future flight again real soon. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
And since I have already set up the approach and listened to the ATIS, I'm going to take control.
I have control.
You have control.
Let's do an approach checklist.
Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Oh, we didn't do a briefing, did we? Ha ha ha! Let's do a briefing. We're on the A32NX arrival.
Speedbird 43, contact Istanbul Center on 119.3. Have a good morning.
Center on 119.3 Speedbird 43. Center Speedbird 43 at flight level 180.
Speedbird 43, good morning. Radar contact.
Okay, A32NX from SOTIV. Intercept par right 161 inbound to DME 19 par. Turn left along the D17 arc. Intercept par 107 to Bessis. Okay, thankfully this is entered into our flight management computer. But SOTIF, PAR, and there's BESIS. So that's our arrival. And we're looking at runway 24.
Speedbird 43 descend and maintain flight level 160.
Descend and maintain flight level 130 Speedbird 43.
Speedbird 42NH is 1010 watt Diagoras descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
QNH is 1010 descend and maintain 8,000 feet Speedbird 43.
Speedbird 43 maintain 8,000 feet.
Down to 8,000. So, here's our approach. Degree standard. At 8 miles, DME will reach the Maltese Cross, a final approach fix. So actually it's not 3 degree standard, it's 245, so it's a little shallower. And the frequency is 110.3. To Rhodos, Greece. We are descending. And we're looking pretty good. DAL is our next waypoint. SOTIF is the start of the procedure.
Speedbird 43 descend and maintain 6,400 feet.
Descend and maintain 6,400 feet Speedbird 43.
How much of the approach checklist did we do?
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Barrel ref.
Okay, well, we need to get below transition altitude for the barrel ref, so transition altitude will be coming up here soon enough.
Condor 5, Echo Delta, maintain level 330, direct to Vavix. Maintaining flight level 330, direct to Vavix, Condor 5, Echo Delta. Back.
There's transition altitude.
Two, 9, 7, 1, set.
2971, set, passing 10,500. Now.
Checked. One, 0, 0, 6, set.
1006, set, minimum.
2, 0, 0, set.
200, set, engine mode selector.
Ignition.
Approach checklist complete.
Speedbird 43 descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Speedbird 43.
Speedbird 43 can take Rodos approach on 118.25. Enjoy your morning.
Approach on 118.25. Speedbird 43. Approach Speedbird 43 descending to 3,000 feet.
Speedbird 43, good morning. Radar contact. Turn left heading 238 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 24 at Diagoras.
Heading 238 vectors to the ILS approach for runway 24. Speedbird 43.
Looks like we're going to get some vectors. I was just very happy following my little squiggly line. But if she's going to give me vectors, I am happy with vectors too. So I'm going to get vectors to the ILS. How wonderful is that? We're still high. Oh, why are we turning? We should be on
Approach Charlie
vectors.
Echo direct to Medic.
Medic direct, approach Echo.
Yeah, don't turn. Oh, leave the autopilot on, but don't turn because we are on vectors. 1,400 foot per minute descent, heading to 3,000 feet. Let's go to flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Check speed.
She doesn't like my speed. Okay, well, we'll go into manage speed mode and bring our speed to 190.
Speedbird 43 cleared for ILS approach to runway 24 fly heading 228 to intercept final.
Cleared for ILS approach to runway 24 fly heading 228 Speedbird 43.
228. Let's go into landing system. And approach. Autopilot 2. Now flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Speedbird 43 QNH is 1010 at Diagoras contact tower on 118.2. Have a nice day.
QNH is 1010 tower on 118.2 Speedbird 43.
Intercept.
Are you sure about
Speedbird
that?
43 inbound for ILS approach runway 24.
Speedbird 43 good morning. Radar contact. Continue ILS to runway 24 call when established on final.
Continue ILS to runway 24 will call when established on final Speedbird 43.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
You don't really want me to go to flaps 2, do you? Why aren't you even at flaps 1?
Speed. Speed.
2,500.
Radar altimeter alive.
Check.
Speed brakes are armed. Auto landing, or auto brakes to medium. We're at flaps 2. Let's get our speed down.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure. Why do my flaps keep coming up? We're going to flaps 3. Stop fiddling with my flaps. Why do the flaps not stay down? Landing gear. Gear down. Gear down. Gear down. Flaps full.
Check. Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Medium.
ECAM memo.
Speedbird
Landing, no blue.
431s
Landing
are
checklist complete.
230 at 18 knots, clear
Sync
to
rate.
land runway 24.
Continue.
Check.
Clear to land runway 24 Speedbird 43.
500.
11 Victor Monkey, parking sound 11, monitor ground 121.85. Sounds there 11, and monitor 121.85, thanks Ryanair 11, Victor Mike.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low,
Check.
terrain.
200. Minimum 100.
Continue.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Spoilers,
Speedbird
the reverse
43
engine 1 and
exit
2.
runway
Decel.
enable.
We're
70
still-
knots.
We're still having a big problem with the flaps. Okay, where's the terminal around here? I don't see the terminal. Oh, there's sort of a terminal. Looks like that might be a terminal over there. Okay. Flaps up. Now you can obey the... Now I don't mind if the flaps go up. Tower Speedbird 43, request taxi to the gate.
Conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your
Speedbird
seatbelt
43
fastened
contact
until the captain
Diagoras
has
ground
stood up
on
the seatbelt sign of the aircraft
121.7
and
for
parked
taxi
safely at
clearance.
the gate.
Ground
Will
on
be your indication
121.7 for
about the
taxi
cabin, gather your
clearance.
belongings, and
Speedbird
depart.
43.
We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
Ground Speedbird 43, request taxi to the gates.
Speedbird 43 taxi to gate 7 via taxiways Delta, Foxtrot.
Taxi to gate 7 via taxiways Delta, Foxtrot, Speedbird 43.
Ground, hello, it's the 6 Whiskey Alpha, Sierra 1.
Hello, again, 6 Whiskey Alpha, ground taxi, Oscar, Mike, stand 16.
Oscar Mike, 1016, Sydney, 6 Whiskey Alpha.
Boy, this airport is not much in the way of an airport at all. Wow. Parking brake on. After landing checklist.
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Flaps retracted. Let's get the APU on. Oh, she already turned on the APU. Good job.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
APU is on.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
Okay. Engines are coming down. Let's get the seatbelt sign off. We don't have a jet bridge, but we can get some stairs attached if the stairs are available. We have some stairs available. I don't see any stairs. No jet bridge, no stairs. Wait, today's a bad day to be a passenger. Ha! Come on. No baggage service. No catering, no fuel truck. This is a really bad airport to be at. Lights off.
Taxi light off. Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Off.
Are you sure about that? Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
Fuel pumps are all off. Parking brake is on.
On.
Parking checklist complete.
Securing the aircraft checklist.
Adheres.
Adheres is off.
Off.
Oxygen.
Crew oxygen is off.
Off.
APU bleed.
APU bleed is off.
Off.
Emergency exit light.
Emergency exit lights are off.
Off.
Signs.
Signs are off.
Off.
APU and battery.
APU off. Battery off. Where's the battery? Oh.
Off.
Securing the aircraft checklist complete.
And that's it for our flight. Thanks for joining me today. Have a good day. Hope to see you next time.